This is the Greg Bedard Patriots Podcast with Nick Cavins.
Let's break down a couple of drives that you want to look at. The scoring drive you mentioned, people might say, oh, they scored. You don't think it was a very good drive. And I think there are one or two more that you want to go through. So I'll kind of sit back. You've got the screen up for people on YouTube, which is awesome. If you want to watch the podcast, Greg is now a technical whiz. He's got this screen sharing thing. He's learning as he goes. The man is learning here. And he's going to break some stuff down. So I'm going to watch it like you watch it at home, and Greg's going to take over on these drives. So, Greg, take it away, my man.
And feel free to ask any questions. So, this actually started, first and 10, a couple of plays. Right now I'm on the 4th and 1 play. A couple of plays before this, 1st and 10, Jakobi Meyers had the easy sort of reception. Keon Crossan blew the coverage. The defensive coordinator wanted to rip Keon's face off, where he just very easily caught a ball, went out of bounds, 7 yards. So it's 2nd and 3. So then they go Stevenson off left tackle, no gain. Great blocking up front. 3rd and 3, Damian Harris gets like 2 yards, maybe. But so this brings up the 4th and 1. Okay, so the Patriots are going for it. Okay, the Dolphins are late. They're going. They have 2 to the left. Is this? Okay, that's like Harris. That's Harris. Okay. But so what's going to happen here is you have Harris and Devontae Parker. You have Jakobi Meyers, and you have Josue Smith. And I think this is this Aguilar? Yeah, it's Aguilar. They had him in the background. So what you're going to have here is Jakobi Meyers is setting a pick right there they think they're going to get they really wanted to get Aguilar in the flat here, but I think it's Baker reacts well. He sees it coming. He's out there. Okay, so the rub route, the pick play just does not work. It wasn't a good play call for this coverage. They rushed up to the line. They didn't really know what they had and couldn't check out of it. So you have Jakobi Meyers laying a pick down here. You're going to have another sort of rub route right here between Damian Harris and Josue Smith. Okay? Harris is open in the middle of the field. You'll see from the end zone, there's a lot of traffic. And really, he doesn't have anything at this point. So watching from the end zone, really they think they're going to get man coverage, maybe a blitz, and Aguilar. We're going to sneak him out of the backfield, be really sneaky. The Dolphins were somewhat alert, it looks like, to Aguilar being out here. They have it fended off. They thought this linebacker was going to be in man coverage, and Baker actually makes a really nice play by kicking out on Aguilar. Now, basically, the play's screwed up. And you do have – it'd be nice if Harris just sat here in the zone, but he keeps going across, and that's not going to work. Now, Jakobi Meyers and Damian Harris run into each other, which is awesome. And now Owenu's giving up a pressure, and they just throw up a prayer. That's 4th and 1. This is a scheme play where they're like, oh, we're going to have this. Landon Roberts is going to be in coverage, which he probably is, but Baker kicks out on it, and basically what they wanted is blown dead. Okay, but they get away with the penalty, which basically bails them out, which I thought was a gift. Okay, now we're going to come up here to Stevenson run for no gain. So we had a prayer. This is the second no gain run in about 4 plays.
Jeez. Entire line just.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 or 4 guys in the backfield as Stevenson got the football. My God. That's bad.
So this should be a decent run, except Cole Strange here. See how he gives up leverage? He's supposed to be on the inside shoulder. He's got help here. He's supposed to be on the inside shoulder to basically give a lane. There should be a lane there for Stevenson to run through. But Cole Strange loses leverage. Josue Smith loses leverage. I think that's Isaiah Wynn. It's a party in the backfield. Right. 3 Dolphins right there to meet Ramondre Stevenson.
3 guys as soon as you have a 4th guy coming in around the corner, but you had 3 guys. You literally had 3 dudes in the backfield as soon as Stevenson gets the football.
Yep. And here's the Josue Smith play that you liked. I think he busts a couple tackles. But again, this is a bit of a bust by the Dolphins. It's very accidental. Hey, play action. Okay. He's supposed to be do you see these two receivers? This is Myers here, and this is Aguilar. This is play action, boom, over the middle. You have an under and you have an over. And Aguilar should be coming on the over route, but watch what Aguilar does. Well, I'm going to run into the same area as Jacoby Myers. I have no idea what reason.
Oh, my God.
Like Nelson Aguilar should be wide open right here. Mac is looking there.
If he runs the right route, it's a big play.
It's one-on-one with the safety, but he doesn't run the right route. Give Josue Smith, the Dolphins missed a couple tackles. Watch Josue Smith here.
Got some good finish to this play. That's what I like. He had good finish.
Yeah, this is Josue's coverage guy, and he just gets caught in the wash on the play action. The Dolphins were probably startled that the Patriots actually ran play action. So he's trying to catch up, and he's late. It really should be about a 2-yard gain, but they screwed up. So now they're in the red zone, okay? And I'm even thinking in the press box, I'm like, all right, Hunter Henry time, Josue Smith time. Here we go. And what do? First play.
First down, 8-yard line. So first and goal from the 8. Max in the shotgun. He puts Smith in motion. He's got Harris to his left in the backfield.
Henry's so no motion. No motion here. Did anybody run motion? No motion.
Henry in the
Dolphins.
Slot. You've got Parker and Myers as your outside receivers with Harris lined up, like I said, in the backfield with Mac and shotgun.
Right. So this is the kind of what they're going to do is I think they're going to run like double slants inside and they're going to flare Harris out. This is okay. That's what you run against man, not against zone. The Dolphins are just sitting in zone. So even if this pass gets deflected in the flat, see how they're both running and he's almost setting Hunter Henry setting like a pick. He thinks they think it's going to be man coverage. It's not. It gets deflected. But even if Harris catches the ball, there's a defender right there. So first play the first time they get in the red zone all day, and they throw in the flat to Damian Harris. Okay, wonderful. I don't think there was anything on the protection here. I think Now, okay, here we go. Second down. Dolphins look to be in zone again. So what are we going to call? Is Matt going to check into something? Okay, they're not in man-to-man. We're going to run zone. This is what I mean, people, where I don't understand what they're doing, why they're running this against this coverage.
Yeah, so let me just kind of paint this for the people that can't.
Oh, yeah, on the podcast, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got, if we can go back
trips to the left. You got Parker, Myers, Smith. You have Harris offset right to Jones, and Hunter Henry is detached from the formation to his right. And the Dolphins are sitting in a 2-deep, 5 under red zone, typical zone. Okay, they're not they have 3 guys on the line. They're not showing any type of pressure or anything like this. And what's going to happen is Harris is going to run into the flat, and Mac's going to throw it right away. Okay. Whereas I think Josue Smith inside against Baker, I think that's the play. But Mac doesn't even look that way. So he just throws it short, and guess what? There's 3 Dolphins there to tackle him.
Why is Mac not looking that way?
I don't know. I think this is what I don't understand, Nick. I don't understand. The Mac of last year would look and be like, this play is not going to go anywhere. I'm going to throw the slant, or I'm going to look right and come back to the slant. But now a play like this, I think they're almost designed plays where I think he's looking Hunter Henry first. He didn't have him. Then he goes to the flat. But that's very simplistic. It's very simplistic because he does look at Hunter Henry.
I think you're absolutely right. By the way, when you watch that play, Smith is open. You can, if you can buzz that into it. I mean, I think he's there. I mean, I know
like
that
this side of the field doesn't even exist on this play.
Yeah,
where that would not have happened last year. Okay,
he's looking strictly to the right side of the field. So again, you've got Smith kind of running from the left out of the slot into the middle of the field. And then, Mac just looks over strictly to the right side of the football field, doesn't even give a glance to Smith. And it looks like Smith has an opportunity for a touchdown there.
Yeah, see, that is a play that I can't tell you why they ran that play. Last year, I'd be like, he's looking right, knowing that he's going to have an open window to Johnny Smith on the left. That's what would have happened last year. This year, I can't tell you why they did this. So here's the touchdown, and this is just a complete bust by, I think, Howard. Because if you watch him here, he stays in man coverage with Devontae Parker. Everybody else is watching the backfield. Everybody else is in zone, except Howard has his back here, and he just leaves Jalen Phillips out to dry, and he's so wide open that he crawls into the end zone. See, that's not a good play. That is a bad play by the Dolphins, because I think one player, he chugged him at the line, which normally he would chug him and then go into the flat, but for some reason he kept going.
Yeah.
And everybody else has their eyes in the backfield. Everybody else is playing zone. They're all looking for matching a little bit, and Howard's the only one playing man. And so that's one sequence. So now you understand why I'm not enamored, even though they scored. I wanted to look at.
I mean, I think it's a great look, Greg, into exactly what you were talking about earlier, showing people what you mean by it doesn't seem like there's any kind of logical plan behind what you're calling in that moment, and especially what the defense is showing you. You're not really reacting to what the defense is showing you. You're calling a play, and you're letting the play just kind of roll, and whatever happens.
Yep, and this is the play, I think. Okay, so that was the play where Mac got leveled. So this is the real, after the penalty, this is 3rd and 6 to Jacoby Myers. This is a play I think I put on Mac. I think it's there for him. I think he could have gotten spooked by the pressure before. So there's 2 receivers to the right plus the tight end. They keep or is that Stevenson in, and Parker is left of the boundary. And so Jacoby Myers is going to be in the slot. The Dolphins, before the snap, are showing cover 2. They have 2 deep safeties. They're going to rotate into cover 3, I think. Yes. See how the slot cornerback rotates.
Yep.
And now they're in. Actually, this is a cover 2. They changed it. This is a neat little. So he's now the deep safety, and now they're playing 5 across here. They're playing Tampa. The linebacker in the middle of the field is running to Johnny Smith. That's when the ball hit him in the butt. I think Mac might have been confused here on what kind of defense they're playing, because right now, Myers is the guy. He should be getting the ball now, and it's late, and then it hits the linebacker in the butt.
Yeah, he was there. You're right. It was late. It was late getting to him.
He got hit. This is a Trent Brown hit as well. Watch Cole Strange and Trent Brown on the left side. So it's Zeiler who had a good game. Trent gives a little bit of help, but then he loses leverage against Auerbach, when really that should be Montgomery's guy.
Yeah, I was going to say Montgomery doesn't do.
Yeah, Montgomery, and I think I split this between Montgomery and Wynn. Oh, so Auerbach ends up getting the hit, which was Trent Brown's guy on this. So another hit for Trent Brown here, which still, to me, the ball was late by Mac. So that's 3rd and 6. Let's go forward to, all right, the last 2 plays we're going to look at are the 3rd and 3, the run to Montgomery. Here it is. So
what the hell was that? 3rd and 3, Montgomery up the middle. What? Look,
here, I'll show you on the end zone.
You run the football there, you run the football, I would think, because, you're saying to yourself, all right, well, if we don't get it, we're going to run another play, right? But still, if you're going, and I understand the idea of Montgomery as a pass receiving back, so maybe you're throwing him for a loop a little bit. But if I'm handing the football off on a 3rd and 3 at midfield, I'm giving it to either Stevenson or Harris, with all due respect to Montgomery. And this kind of, 100%. one of the things that would bug me about McDaniels, and I think McDaniels overall is a really good play caller, a really good offensive coordinator, but he's not flawless, and he had some things that drove me nuts. And he did this on Sunday, and I tweeted out a joke about it. But every once in a while, he'd have like a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, and here comes Brandon Bolden. Handoff right up the middle for a yard. And it's like, what the bleep are we doing? And I just had flashbacks of that when I see Montgomery get the handoff on 3rd and 3 straight up the gut. I don't get it.
Yeah, so I wonder, again, they're in 12 personnel with and right now we're looking at the end zone view. We're looking at Mac Jones, the butt of the Dolphins. So to our left, the Patriots' right is Hunter Henry and Josue Smith, because God forbid they're in anything else except 12 personnel. Ty Montgomery is the running back. What's interesting on this play, again, this is another play where I don't understand what they're doing this year compared to last year. The Dolphins are showing, not quite to a T, but they're showing what's called a bear front, where they are covering up the center and the 2 guards. So it would make sense. You see this, they have 1 linebacker, 1 stack linebacker. They have a lot of defensive backs on the field. They should be able to run the ball here with these numbers, especially if you run outside, because on Hunter Henry's side, you have basically 3 Dolphins for 4 blockers. Plus, you have another guy with the running back. You don't account for that guy. If the numbers are even, you're like, okay, he's got to make a play. But Instead, normally you see this and you check to a run that goes off tackle. Go off tackle, probably off of Isaiah Wynn. I think this is Yadni Kajust at this time, which is part of the problem here. And instead, they go up the middle where the big guys are. And Seiler completely makes Yadni Kajust whiff right here. This is something else for this. Watch this. Just completely sidesteps Yadni Kajust.
Look at Josue Smith. Jonu's infuriated. He's just frustrated. Wow. He just blows by Kajust.
Yep. And, it'd be nice if, look, again, this is a failure of execution. It really is. Where Kajust, 2 guys are going for Zeiler here. You got to make that block. And if they do, they probably pick it up because there's nobody there. But it's bad execution. I don't love the play call. I don't mind the run. I don't like the personnel. But now that leads us to 4th and 3, which this was largely the last hurrah with Aguilar's fumble. And this is another play where they have trips to the right, Parker, Myers, Henry. They have Josue Smith, 12 personnel again. No motion on this play, as you'll see. Ty Montgomery's in the backfield. I want you to watch Devontae Parker here. And now we're back. Now Max doesn't have anything. We're back in the playground football. He's pointing to people to go. This is the way you want your game decided. So the reason I want you to watch Devontae Parker, watch him on this play and watch Mac's head. He looks right. He sees that they're going to have something here. The Dolphins, they're playing a version of cover 2, but Devontae Parker comes out. Howard stays in the flat with Myers. If Parker stops right here, which Mac's looking right at him, Mac is looking right at Parker for him to just stop or go to the sideline. Just stop right there. Mac puts it on him. They convert. They go. But what does Parker do? He keeps running right at the safety. And now Mac's like, well, I have nothing. Now it's playground ball. And you'll see from the end zone shot, you'll see again, watch the stripe on Mac's helmet. Like you'll see, well, from the front, you'll be able to see the face mask. But watch him look right the entire time. He sees something coming. He knows he's going to have something. He's looking right at Parker. Still looking right at Parker. Still looking. And now he's like, all right. And then Trent Brown tackles somebody. So that's a little bit of a look for you guys on YouTube for sort of what I'm talking about when I'm confused by what the Patriots are doing.